Well, guys, believe it or not, we ended up getting together for this episode, recording it, and having technical difficulties. It missed the last, 10 minutes of the show. So it'll suddenly cut off. But don't worry, I'll still play the outro music. Hope everybody's well. Here we go. Here's episode 193.
Guys, before we get going, you know what we got to do. We got to give a huge shout out to our Patreon subscribers. So thank you to Tony, STARLA, Luke, Jacob, Jeff, Adam, Chuck, Justin, Brian, Dusty, Alpha 80 Swag, the Roland Rogans, and KVN. I definitely did not say that one right, but it's Veen, not Vane, maybe. Yeah, you got to message us, let us know. But thank you guys so much. Huge shout out to the Rogans and K. I'm just going to call K. So thank you guys so much for your continued support. It means the world to Luke and I. And if you want to become a Patreon member, go to patreon.com/AITDpod for more info. Also, the Discord guys, always hopping in there. Everybody's great. Come check that out. We are together for this live recording, episode 193 here. We got quite a few things to talk about. It's been a heck of a day so far. We've been buzzing. It's great to be here. We just had some interviews recorded with Hilly on the Go and B-Rad as well, and looking forward to getting those interviews out to you guys. So today, guys, we're going to talk about the Meetup, DoorDash saving my ass anyways. Also, we met a UPS driver today, of course, out of all things, and Russell Butler. You guys know the dancing UPS man on Instagram. He's got a stalker, and we kind of got to talk about that because it affects, it affects his life. So, episode 193, guys. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I am fucking ready.
Here we go. We got to this one address. I said, this one goes around back. He went around back. Drove off. Left him right at the stop.
That was after getting hit by a car.
You got hit by a car?
I ended up drinking 24 Bud Lights in about 48 minutes. Drunken nomad stumbles out in the road and he hit me going 30 miles an hour.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on this episode of All in the Delivery. This is episode 193. And like I said at the top, we are together here, so these vibes are going to be immaculate for this episode. Guys, to my right, you guys know him, my co-host down in Westburg, Virginia.
Fuck.
Come here and let me see you. Luke, how are you, buddy?
Dude, I'm good, brother. I'm good. We normally, if this was a normal episode and we had recorded 2 episodes prior to doing this one, I feel like I'd be army crawling to the finish line. No lie, but the fact that we are together, we made it. The fact that it happened again, we were able to get, but Brad and John were able to get up here and not have any issues, and for everybody to make it. Everybody made it here safely. It's been fucking good just to finally get to meet which has been kind of a dream of mine, which geographically is almost impossible to try to achieve because we literally come from all over the place. But I love to meet, it was like when we got to meet Joe and Amy, which, Brad and John both have met them as well.
Yeah.
And, it's fucking, it's awesome. The shock for me. So let me ask you guys this, because I said, feel free to interject at this at any time. So hearing, cause you met Dave once. obviously we've all both met for the first time. Was it weird for you to hear a voice that you've heard for so many years in person and see a body behind it? Like when you heard me talk, if you were like turned away, were you like, for a minute, was it weird for you? Cause that was weird as fuck for me when we all met, because I was like, I would hear somebody talk and I would be like, oh shit. You just hear it in a earbud or on a fucking computer screen. And that I mean, I wasn't saying it was weird, but it was fucked with me. It was kind of like, it was wild. But did you experience that at all?
Well, and for me, it was like, I don't want to say talking on the phone is almost like being flat, and seeing you and hearing the voice at the same time kind of made it 3D, if that makes any sense.
I got you. I got you.
It kind of gave it life.
I see. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's
So there was
true.
a voice, you know.
I agree. I agree. It's like you
AI.
you guys are a lot taller than a 5-inch phone screen. Let's say. No, but I'm glad we were able to get this up and we were able to make it happen. And yeah, I'm fucking doing well, brother.
Hell yeah.
Doing good.
Yeah, the week's been it was weird because on Monday I was like, this is gonna be the slowest week ever. The day was dragging, but here we are.
It went pretty quick,
Yeah,
I feel like, all things considered.
Yeah, I can't complain, man. It's I mean, we were talking about it with we were talking about how the volume on John's interview that we just recorded. We were talking about, like, the volume of the packages coming in and everything like that. And really, I mean, I personally had a pretty okay week. It's been early days for the most part. And besides the 8 hour on Friday yesterday, it was good, but I'm glad we're here, man. I'm glad we're here. And then, like you said, everybody got here safely, so can't complain.
I definitely had a rough week work-wise, but I think because of the fact I only worked 2 days a week before, and my kid had RSV, and I was off, my fucking schedule was all fucked up anyway, that Monday didn't feel like a Monday, and, like, by the time Wednesday came around, that's when I felt normal again, and there was only 2 days left. So I worked a couple, I had a couple 11-hour bangers and, a few 10-hour bangers, but yeah, all that considered, I feel like it still went quick.
Yeah. And I mean, like I was saying it at the top too, huge shout out to DoorDash. Not a sponsor. I mean, I had to order 2 different DoorDashes today because I thought I had some cables and I thought I packed them, but I didn't. And we are in the mountains somewhere in York, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we can
And
finally give the location. Dave's been in Kansas City shuffling y'all for weeks.
I don't need anybody coming here to this place and killing us. So, uh, end up on some Lifetime movie next. But no, it's
God,
pretty awesome.
be the
Great
worst.
place. Huge shout out to Michael for the hospitality of his house here. Beautiful paintings everywhere on the walls or pictures of his photography business. Beautiful horses out back too. And dude, the game room is sweet. We got a pool table, dartboard, shuffleboard, foosball. I mean,
Yeah, it's
we're
pretty
having a
nice.
blast.
He's got a wall of people just set up in there that you can tell
Yeah.
that game room seen some times.
Oh
It's
yeah.
seen some times.
Oh yeah. So we're enjoying it together here with our friends. So I couldn't be happier. This is great. This is great. So, and also, while I'm on the shout out train here, huge shout out to the drive. I already forgot his name, and I apologize if you're listening. Huge shout out to the driver that we met. Me, Brad, and John were waiting in this parking lot of this like softball field, little sports area, and this UPS driver, sure shit, UPS driver comes rolling in on a Saturday here, and he was pulling over to take his lunch, and Brad just waves him over. He's like, come here right now, and like, wave this guy over.
Come here, let me see you.
Right, and like, and I'm sure this driver was probably like, crap, this guy's gonna ask for directions. He probably wants to give me a package,
He's gonna
like
bitch about having to miss delivery.
Right. But I mean, it was awesome. We got chatting with him for about 15 minutes as we were waiting for Luke to show up, and then Luke shows up, and we're still chatting with him, and like, it was
Yeah,
wild.
dude. I fucking Dave. So my low tech ass, it's well documented that I feel like I'm lower mid tech now, but dude, there's shit that I'm still kind of adjusting to. So Dave sends me a pin where they're at for one. This is the first pin.
I dropped the pin.
This is the first pin I've ever had accepted to me in 2026. At 41 years old, I received my first pin today, and I fucking, dude, when I put that fucking thing into Google Maps, I was like 13 miles away from you guys. And that fucking thing she was going off. She couldn't stop. She kept going. The results for South 22 West something latitude, blah, 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 whatever the latitude and longitude of the pin.
It had everything.
And then I ended up passing a fucking guy that had somebody pulled over, and they were called regional police, which I don't know if that's a thing here. Regional police. And then he ends up getting behind me for like 5 miles. And I was like, I don't really want to look at my phone, but I got to see where 2332 Southwest latitude dash whatever the fuck ever it was saying. But when I ended up finding them, yeah, they're all up there, and I see this fucking UPS truck. And I thought, dude, what are the odds? What are the fucking odds of a UPS truck here, the driver? So, yeah, he subscribed, and we already fucked up your name, and we're sorry, but we're going to do better. I didn't actually catch your name. I got there late, so I can't take. I'm gonna completely blame Dave for this one, but
that's on me. But no, huge shout out to that guy. Incredible. It was what timing. And what's also pretty cool too is the last time we met up was episode 100, and I was with the Rolling Rogans and Nate and Tony, and we were all out to eat. And sure enough, we're outside sitting, eating at this restaurant place, whatever. And there goes a UPS driver walking by, and we stopped him too. And we were like, hey, we're actually drivers too,
right.
up and so it's just keeping the trend going, and getting to meet another UPS guy as we're meeting up. So pretty awesome. But anyways, we got some stuff to talk about, man. I mean, this was the big one. We've said it every week. There's going to be something new with the buyout, and boy, do we have news, because
I mean, most people probably know by now.
Oh, yeah, but we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like UPS pulled like a Houdini and just now you see it, now you don't kind of deal, and they pulled the buyout from the Central region. 13 states.
Because of grievances, they say.
But now here is my thing, okay? And I've got this off of, I was talking to a bunch of friends, other drivers on this party line, and he made a good point. And I was like, this is such a good point. I'm going to go with this point too, because it just makes sense. Because I wouldn't put it past UPS. And that is, was this their plan all along? Was this their plan all along to say, hey, look, now you see it, now you don't? The reason being, to create division between Teamsters. To say the Teamsters filing grievances, okay, it's the Teamsters' fault, we're going to pull it. And now you're going to have Teamsters mad at their locals for filing grievances. Because we all know Carol wants the union out of here. We all know that. She came from the CFO of Home Depot, where I think Home Depot's a sponsor.
Shout out to Tony. Shout out to Tony Deli on there. The Amazon driver, Tony, who worked at Home Depot, that said that they showed anti-union videos to their trainees. So Carol, we 110% know always where Carol was coming from.
Right.
And that just...
Right. So I really do believe that may have been their plan, is to pull it. And now you got what? So, well, I believe I'm probably wrong, but I believe it said like 74,000 Teamsters in the central region there.
Well,
and it's just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things still that, as far as in a way, I don't know if it would be a thing of, I thought about this from when we first talked about it, and I don't think it would be a way of division so much with numbers, but I think it would almost be a way to, I think it could have been as simple. I don't know if it's even that deep to where it would be just simply saving money with buyouts, because if they take them away, and I'm not talking about the people that are about to retire, because they're going to be, if they're going to work for another year or two, they're going to be able to work for a year or two. But the people that are lower, that if they're going to really, and I know Brad was talking about this earlier, and everybody that was a younger driver, at some point we all had stretches where we didn't work very much, and that's true. But the thing with Carol, with how they're doing this, I don't know, even with the buyouts, I could even see it being, I don't know. I said they wouldn't get that emotionally deep with division, so I don't know if I would say it would even be spite. I really think it would just be like strictly a bottom line thing almost, because the people at the bottom, if they don't take the buyout, and a lot of them do get squeezed, there will be people that will quit.
Yeah.
And then they're not given, they're saving $150,000 for every head that would quit if they would decide to. Now there will be people, and I agree with what Brad said, because I preloaded for a long time before I started driving, and I did other jobs. It's not fucking great. I'm not saying working 2 jobs is a good thing. It can be a whole nother grind because you're doing 2 different schedules, but you can if you want to try to stick around to drive, you are able, but it would be tough, but there would be people that would leave.
Right.
And if they would have, if they would have 1,000, or, if they'd have 100 people quit, that saves them 1.5 million right there.
Yeah.
Or no, fuck, 10. Jesus, my math.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fairmont State, my math is terrible. I apologize. 10 people, that's 1.5. So yeah,
So I want to say this. Dusty commented on YouTube, because we're live on YouTube. He said the IBT instructed the central locals to file without our knowledge.
Oh, so Dusty's in the central region?
He is Ohio.
Fuck, and dude, I haven't really talked to him. Were you thinking about it? Because I know I don't know if you, I know we talked about the last one.
But instructed the central locals to file without our knowledge.
So that was strictly coming from Teamsters within the business agents and the people working, not the actual,
not the
actual rank and filers, huh? Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
That tracks.
Yeah, dude, it's 1 minute it's there and the next it's not, is kind of, I don't know. That's crazy.
The fact that it just doesn't we can't escape it, man. But now it's, I don't know. I feel like we can keep making the prediction until it gets here, but I think we all have agreed. I've said it before, and I'll say it one more time. I still think we're going to have a contract in 2028. I'm not,
how good it's going to be.
I'm not confident like that great, but if I was feeling some type of way that bad, I would take the fucking buyout,
yeah,
and find something else. But I still think we'll be fine. But I'm confidence is shaking. Just say that. It's shaking for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely shaken. A lot of people are shook, to be to be fair. There's a lot of people that are worried about it, just even talking to a couple drivers in my center too about it. And, I told them how I felt. I've obviously said it on here too. I'm on record saying that, I know Teamster or I know UPS is going to be fine, but this Teamsters is the one that I'm worried about. And he said the same thing to me too. And that's just, it's how good is it going to be? Because by the time I retire, I'm not sure where this pension's going to be,
Well,
and that's the worrisome because, here I was when I started 12 years ago, promised that I'm going to get this. And now I'm honestly not sure if I will. So,
I mean, I know we've said it, plenty, and it's still, it's still there's not much more to go about with that, but that's a worry on everybody's mind, man. And with being and knowing that we've saw what was 2050 is when it stops being federally insured, it's like that's just convenient.
is that when it was
I
2050?
think we saw 2050.
I thought it was like 2030 something. I don't know.
Well, fuck me.
I'm not sure off the top of my
Maybe.
head. But eventually, you're right. It will stop being insured by the government. So I don't know, man. It's wild. It's like wild times. It's really wild times.
Yeah.
Amazon's still getting cut back.
Amazon's
Packages
getting
going-
cut back. Roadie's fucking swimming in, getting some Amazon. Right? That's what we got going on
Roadie,
now.
it happened at a town out of my center that we delivered to. There was a Roadie box. It was an overweight Roadie box that had a UPS label on it and everything. And it was, delivered by Roadie that same day.
Drivers that Amazon Flex drivers are bitching about. They're cutting out Amazon Flex hours and using Roadie. So UPS was dropping in small package.
With Roadie.
Right. By basically skipping over Teamsters.
They're not even funneling it through small package anymore. They completely just created a new company.
Right. Right.
But so if she picks that up through Roadie, though, that would probably, as far as stock price, that would probably still help. Because in the end of the day, that's all they're really worried about with quarterly earnings and fucking shareholder
That's
shit.
all she cares about. Yeah.
If they would, that just shows right there she's not wanting. She didn't want to abandon fucking small package shit. She just wanted to abandon the union people.
Holy shit. You might be onto something there.
Well, I mean, it seems pretty fucking. She's using Roadie, which is our shit now, and that's the non-union shit. It seems pretty fucking evident that that's what She's obviously not wanting to completely shut that away, or she wouldn't have fucking used it with Roadie. It's not supposed to be that fucking profitable, right? It's not medical shit, so I'm just saying.
It's an interesting thought, though.
It is.
We're going to have to remember that one and keep an eye on that because that's interesting to see if Roadie starts picking up in that way.
And what the union's response will be to that, because that'll be a fucking, that's obviously union work. That's marking a UPS company. It's Roadie. It seems like anybody else, fucking SSD, PVDs, TNT, whatever, dude.
ZZZ.
ZZ Top, fucking.
Oh, God. Yeah, dude. That's interesting. But the buyout. Yeah, buyout. Just more buyout stuff to talk about every week right now. So
what do we got to say with what do we got to do? We got anything we got to say? I mean, because we recorded 2 individual episodes with John and Brad. Is there anything you want to add with this episode, just as far as just the meetup in general? Is there anything you want to put to it with this episode? Because we were thinking about waiting, but it's too far from the 200th episode.
Yeah.
We didn't want to do that. We
Yeah.
were like, so just to be able to have, I mean, I don't really, because I feel like I don't really want to say a whole lot because their episodes will come out after this. So I don't know like how much, but just,
No, I think I talked a little bit about it quickly at the top that, we did get the opportunity to record John and to record Brad, separate interviews here that we'll be releasing soon. And, it's really been incredible to be able to hang out with everybody and everybody be here. And huge, again, thanking the Patreon members that, give us, that want to share with us their hard-earned cash because they want to support us. And that's absolutely incredible to us because we wouldn't be here if we didn't have the Patreon members. And, because obviously the house costs money and whatnot. So
do you hear that too?
what is it?
I don't know.
Like a mix between a wolf and an owl.
Makes me curious to start the fire a little bit.
I
I
think
know it's getting later, but I'm still like,
oh, we think we heard between a mix of a wolf and an owl possibly outside.
Brad
Up here in the
said that Mike
mountains.
is a submariner,
Yep.
retired,
So,
so he
But
could
yeah,
be
no,
out there.
huge shout out to the Patreons for, helping us get the house here. So
Yeah, we appreciate you all for fucking doing what you're doing and supporting. And I know I've talked about this before, so I don't want to go too deep in it, but
Yeah.
it's just to be, just it feels like I don't like I don't like I don't know. I don't want to say I don't like to use the word milestone, but it is when we meet up. I feel like it is it is kind of a thing because dude, it's just like you don't get the opportunity to, and all the people like
Yeah.
I I'd said earlier that geographically it would never be able to work for everybody, but in like I'd always dreamed about being able to have like like a fucking VMA style thing would just have everybody we had on just fucking all show up at one place.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about like an award show thing, just a straight up fucking party.
Like rent out an auditorium.
Yeah, or just to fucking meet and greet everybody.
Heck yeah.
But it would be fun. But no, it's good to be. I'm glad it worked out. And I I do want to say one thing though, because Ashley brought this up. And I don't know how much we've talked about. We haven't, we haven't talked about him for a while because we were in talks with trying to get Russell Butler, the dancing UPS man, on the podcast for a little while, and we had some scheduling conflicts. We had talked to him, and he it didn't work out at the time. And sometimes not just with him but with anybody, you get some scheduling conflicts go up, and then time moves on, and you just kind of just you just lose touch. So
Yeah.
we hadn't really talked to him in a while, but he had posted a video that my wife had actually tagged me in to. The dude has a legitimate fucking stalker. And I don't want to really go too far into this because I don't want to speak too much for him, but he's made like a few videos that's talked about it. But this fucking dude had already moved once
Yeah.
because this woman moved cross country to live, and then he broke a lease to move somewhere else, and she ended up working at this gas station down the fucking street, and now is his next door neighbor, or like 3 houses down or some shit. And it's weird and to see this shit in like real time because we were talking about as far as like quote unquote, you want to say the most famous probably UPS person is him because everybody has seen the dancing UPS guy. Most people have. And the fact that to see a driver have like it's fucking weird because it makes me think like we are obviously that dude's got millions of followers on all platforms. I'm not trying to say we're Russell Butler here, obviously, but it's fucking it's creepy because the dude's a driver, and it's crazy that you can be famous enough to have a legit stalker that moves across country, finds you twice, and I don't know. I guess I just will say, man, my wife, her cousin is a retired state trooper, and she said that, I don't know if you'll hear this. I know we follow each other on the podcast page. I'd say I may have to message him this to make sure he would get it, because my wife had messaged him because apparently her cousin had some information for him. But yeah, just anybody that's seen, I mean, I'm not trying to make it like a clickbait thing, but it's just something that comes across and it's just fucking nuts.
It is. It is. And then, I mean, as a parent too, I think he's got 3 boys. So like, he's got to worry about that as well, on top of, what this psychopath is doing and stalking him and literally following him around. Like, I don't know. I feel bad for him. This is not right, obviously. And just a lot of stress. I couldn't imagine. So
yeah, man. I hope it gets it worked out best he fucking can. Because man, it's
don't fucking stalk people.
Tough shit. Yeah, don't be getting into people's shit.
Yeah.